Hello, everybody, and welcome to Couch Potato Queens live after Big Brother Baby. I'm your host, Alex, and I'm joined by three of my favorite friends. We got right underneath me. Hello, Steven.
Hello.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing just fine.
Oh, you're doing good. We're all doing good here, honey. We're all just praying to the Lord that we're going to get a win on this podcast. Doing a little Jasmine impression right off the bat. Hello, everybody in the comments. It's great to see you guys. I missed you. Hello. Josh, how are you feeling tonight? Are you feeling fabulous, amazing?
I'm feeling very venomous and angry.
Yeah, that's kind of
it's how I've been all season so far. But you know what? I love that we had the best twist of the season with Jasmine's sprained ankle. That was you wanted to try the twist. She's doing the sprain.
The literal twist.
She's a hot mess and a chaotic HOH. So you know what? We'll see what happens with this evil woman as head of household.
Oh my god, I'm like choking now because I was about to laugh so hard. Oh my goodness, Frank. I know that we talked a little bit before the pod.
Just a little bit.
You were like, this season's a hot mess. But how are you feeling?
Hot ass mess. I can't stand Jasmine either. I can't stand the bitch. I'm not gonna say anything else because I don't want to get canceled. But fuck her.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Apparently
y'all the only reason why I'm here. Now I mixed up my accent with my black accent. Yeah, y'all the reason why I'm watching this season right now.
You know what, y'all? Same. I've said in our group chat multiple times, I'm like, y'all, I don't know if I can do it. I'm not available a lot for this podcast. I don't know if I can make it through. And everyone's like, no, you have to watch it for us. And I'm like, yeah, I do. Yeah. I got to power through. I got to do
a struggle.
But y'all.
Read out the comment, please, Alex.
Jasmine was trying to find her big old turkey leg.
Her big old turkey leg.
Can I just say, how did this show win HOH? Oh, they gave her a pie eating contest. Come on. Right. A pie eating contest? Come on.
I do want to say, out of all the Big Brother competitions that I've ever seen, this is the one I would have won. Like, this is the one. Like,
the big girl competition, honey.
Like, I eat a good pie, okay? I'll be the first to say it. I eat a mean pie.
I mean, if they would have put that red pie in front of me that was the size of the table, I would have been like, let's go! And I would have just eaten the whole thing.
I feel like Derek F is just like turning in his grave right now.
Oh my god, right?
Period. Why could this not have been on my season? Why couldn't it have been me?
Right. And he was complaining, there's no competitions for me. Well, we just saw one. You can't say they are not inclusive. You're inclusive, Derek.
No, Derek wouldn't have been able to win this because he was just.
He would have been the first one out because he would have got the answer wrong.
Letter.
Yeah, he would have made it past the top 7, the first half. He would have been long gone.
Yeah. Accurate.
Period. Oh my god. Yeah. This competition was so unserious. Like, what? Yeah, it was very goofy. Okay, so I know that we're all very devastated about Paloma's departure.
Seriously, the Lord is here. The Lord is in the house with us. The Lord is in the house.
Hey, have y'all heard from, like, have she been online or social media or any updates?
And she needs to not.
Right.
How long has she been out of the house? Like, how many days?
She left Wednesday night.
Yeah, so she's been out almost a week.
And there's been not a peep from her.
I've heard Sharon's doing an interview on Tuesday, though. I've heard there is an interview.
With Paloma?
I've heard there might be. I know Sarah from Nerdtainment, our friend Sarah, is supposed to interview the first evictee, and she made a tweet that it's being done on Tuesday. So I don't know if it means she's interviewing Paloma, but it would be best for Paloma's mental health to take a long break from social media and a long break from everything. She needs.
I'm surprised they're even allowing her to do any press, because you don't get included in anything else if you leave without being evicted.
Yeah, that's true.
But the thing is, like, the difference is hers was like kind of like a mental health medic evac, if you will.
Yeah.
So that might be a different.
I mean, that's the same thing with Megan in BB19, and you saw 0 peep out of her. She left week 1, nothing. Didn't get into it.
Right.
I feel like
she had a mental. Does she have a mental break? That's why she left.
Yeah, from I think it was like from PTSD, because she was like in the military and whatnot.
Y'all have probably already talked about this on the pod, but for anyone who might be wondering, and me is one of those people, do we know exactly what the situation was there?
Yes. So so she was like having a mental breakdown in the house. Like,
okay,
she's severe anxiety. There might be something more. We know that she was talking about severe anxiety on the show.
Yeah.
She wasn't getting any sleep. And for someone who has severe anxiety, Ken Davis said it.
Hi, Ken.
We love you, Ken. Ken's a friend of the pod as well. He's been on our.
Oh, what's up, Ken?
We love Ken. Ken, you should join us sometime, maybe for an eviction episode. We'll let you know. Anyway, anywho, so she has severe anxiety. For anyone who has severe anxiety who is not getting sleep, every day got worse for her. Every day. So there was a point where she was saying that God was in the house with her
as a 17th house guest.
She was saying
we were all in a simulation.
Right. A simulation, like the Matrix. She was saying that she wants to share the prize money, which is a big no-no in Big Brother rulebook.
Yeah.
And what happened was production tipped her off on the Paloma off on the Taylor comments, because it's been outpours of support for Taylor and people that are anti this cast. So production, I think, did somewhat intervene and let them know about it. It hasn't really stopped them, though. It's gotten worse, which we'll talk about at the end of this.
Yeah.
But it caused Paloma just to lose her mind.
Okay, well, I feel like we did get to see glimpses of the real Paloma in the beginning, which might not have been the best person.
Yeah.
But so I still don't forgive her for some of the stuff that was done, I'm like, you did it, but I am glad that she's getting her anxiety under control and she is gone for her own reasons.
She shouldn't have been cast, but honestly, with this cast this season, I think half of them should not have been cast. I think the cast this season was
so apparently she wants to have no accountability for the way she treated Taylor.
I mean, she did it within 2 hours of being in the house. She'd been sleeping before that.
Yeah.
She was already talking.
No excuses.
Taylor literally has done nothing in that house. Why are they so obsessed with she's done nothing to deserve that? Oh, BB, love you. Welcome back.
Hi, BB.
We haven't seen BB in a while. How you doing? But we haven't seen we've seen so much bullying in this house, and it's just getting worse. I thought once Paloma left, it was going to get a little bit better. It's gotten to the point where we'll get to it, but Daniel's saying shit. Jasmine is
I think Daniel might be the worst at this point.
I hate him.
I'm going to say
all right. I would like to be filled because y'all, I need to be filled in. We got to get the tea here, okay? Yeah. Frank, can you fill us in a little bit on what Daniel is doing?
All right, Daniel is pretty much, he feels like Taylor is stalking him. Last night they were in a room and they were like, okay, when Taylor comes, they're gonna leave because he feels like she's following him. He asked production, is it okay if Taylor, is Taylor following him okay because it's not right or some bullshit? He thinks he has a crush on him. He's just completely delusional. You guys, Josh and Steven might have.
Here, I have a clip of something terrible that he said.
Do we need any kind of trigger warnings for the clip?
It's not. I wouldn't say it's anything like that.
Okay.
but it was god awful. In fact, let me.
Yeah, he basically he said like that
Whoa.
she's like creepy. Yeah. No. Okay, let me confirm that was not Daniel who said that.
That was
Oh no,
Monty
not
said
that one, not that one. Yeah.
Saying in the chat, people, there's a clip on Twitter that of someone in the room saying the N-word.
I think it was Monty or Terrence that said it.
It was Monty.
It was Monty.
Daniel. It was Monty that was saying it. So people are, Twitter's going Twitter troll a little bit. Even though it truly was not Daniel who said that. But Daniel, with that said, the things that Daniel's saying are awful. So,
and here they are.
Here, okay. So this one was the one that just sent me. I'm gonna turn the auto on for it too.
Last week,
I really do.
You can't do that to me.
I'm keeping her for this. I fucking hate her. Okay, that's terrible.
Wait, you were keeping
I can't
what?
stand her because she's stalking me, and I don't trust that thing she says.
I know she's.
I know. So forgive me.
I really don't trust her either.
So just forgive me if I do throw her slop. It's nothing against you guys.
It's okay. She's like, you guys better be scared if I non-stop. I'm like,
She doesn't deserve to live normal. Right?
Wow.
I'm not living normal because she's stalking my ass.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm really serious. It's
no,
very serious, but
it's affecting my game because now it's becoming personal, and I'm not here to play a personal game. It bothers me.
yeah, I know.
I honestly think she's kind of like a saboteur situation. I'm like,
Yeah.
I
think
don't
she's
get
a
it. Why
plant.
none of the guys got
They are reaching.
because we picked them last.
Like she doesn't deserve to live normal right now.
Right. That's a reach.
insane.
he's vile.
That's
disgusting.
disgusting.
First of all, that man, I'm going to say it right now, that's racism. That's racism.
And
That's
also, it's also very clearly sexism too, and especially living in the world that we're in right now, like with everything with Roe v. Wade and everything. The last thing we need to be seeing on TV is a white man dictating how a woman should live.
Amen.
And
So,
on top
like,
of that,
I'm
Daniel,
sorry, what?
Daniel, ain't nobody checking for you, boo. You like
No.
like you're ugly. Like you're not
ready
attractive.
for my parley looking ass.
Okay.
No.
Your
He's like a
personality
fake
is ugly.
He's a fake feminist.
Looks like
Period.
Legends and Concert's going to be looking for a new Elvis.
Right. I'll be
he is
damned if I
done
see him
after
like
this.
He's
getting
done.
another gig. I will be damned if he gets another gig. I swear.
No, he's gone. He's going to be so canceled after this. I think he's losing it as well.
I won't be surprised if we see him get psyche-vaxxed.
I love that. Have
I
this
agree.
cast psyche back. I'm cool with that.
Horrible.
Send them all.
I know this will suck for a lot of the fans, but I'm praying one of them get COVID, and we kind of just let this go, and maybe they'll do like a short season in the winter or something, and I don't know.
Let's do our all winter season that Julie Chen is talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
It's
agree,
like-
but
I
it's,
can't even root for anybody. I really can't. I'm trying so hard. I mean, Michael and Taylor, yes, but I can't root for anybody.
so the vibe I'm getting from the episodes and through what I'm hearing about production is that they want this to be a woman's season. So we'll see what happens. I think we all want Taylor to stay. I feel like once Taylor leaves, it's gonna get really bad. I think production knows that. So I think that production wants Taylor to stay in the game. I do think with what's going on in the house right now, which we can update Alex on what the spoilers are of what's going on in the house. Spoiler alert, that Pooch is probably getting evicted this week.
We do need to talk about Pooch in a second.
We will. He's a chauvinist.
Oh, fuck him. Fuck Pooch.
They have got to stop casting that archetype of player. Like,
yeah.
I don't get it. They keep bringing them back.
Casting the Enzo type role, and it's not.
Honestly, Enzo is the most tolerable out of any of them.
Literally, they
Yeah,
keep trying to get another Enzo, and it's not going to happen because you hit the jackpot one time, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we can get like a dude bro again, and he won't be the scum of the earth." And then here's Pooch.
Like,
Here he is.
They're obsessed with the New Jersey, New York, attractive kind of dude. Like, I don't get it.
I want you to put me up as the pawn. I think you should put me up as the pawn. because we just don't even give her the opportunity because you're gonna put me up as the pawn. Okay, sure, Pooch, you can be the pawn. Sounds good.
You can
Sounds
be
great.
the boot, honey. Boot.
Sounds so good.
Boot, not toot, to send him out. I'm excited for his eviction because I think he's gonna be. Well, he's not really. I think he knows it's coming, but y'all.
Okay, so I have a question. Okay, so Miranda, excuse me, I'm sorry if I say the Miranda. I'll just say Miranda. A comment. Please pair Taylor and Michael in the bestie twist. When is that happening? Do we know?
Next
Thursday, Julie's gonna announce it.
Can we drop what the bestie twist is, please?
We don't really know.
But me and Steven are really good at just knowing what the twist is going to be because we basically we knew the backstage twist. Like we
Period called it.
To the T, like literally to the T, we guessed it. And I was with Chantel, and Chantel was like, "No, that's not it. It's not going to be that much." Sarah was like, from Nerd Team, she's like, "No, that's not it. I don't think it's going to be like that." And I'm like, "Steven, what do you think?" And he's like, "I think what you're thinking." I'm like, "All right." And that's exactly what it was. Exactly. So what I think the BB Bestie twist is, it's going to be similar to Big Brother 13 with the golden key. It's going to be pairs, and you're either going to be winning with your pair, or you're going to be nominated with your pair. And then evicted, it's only one of you will be evicted, but I think there's going to be something where they're getting like a golden key or safe till jury if their partner's evicted.
Okay.
I don't know about the last part seems too good to be true.
Yeah.
But that could also...
That's what happened last time with Big Brother.
But then if that was the case, it's like, oh, they're not going to put Taylor with Michael then, because then one would have to like...
Maybe they'll put Taylor with like Monty.
Jasmine.
Hopefully it's not something like BB13 where they have to choose their bestie, because that would be god awful.
Yeah.
I
don't like when they like kind of ruin people's games by like linking them up with somebody else. I don't like that. It kind of messes up the whole vibe, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good. I want their vibe to be messed up.
I feel like production knows that like everyone hates the season. There's so many like hot messes, like red flags, things that are getting people canceled left and right, that they're like, okay, this is going to be like a heavy-handed production season from now on, because this cast cannot be left to their own devices.
Is that what we think happens? Like,
that's what I think is happening.
I agree.
So they're not going to let them pick their own besties, because these motherfuckers can't be trusted.
Yeah.
Not for a second.
So
it'll be randomized, but chosen.
I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be.
Steven, right? They're gonna be chosen. They already know. They're gonna say it's random, but they already know who they want to pair up already.
Oh yeah.
Why does Monty hate Taylor so much? Do we have an answer to that?
I think it links back. There was this like one conversation that something about maybe Taylor saying that he reminded her of her ex-boyfriend, and like not in a good way.
Yeah.
But it was kind of been played as a game of telephone. Like that was like a comment a while back, and maybe he just like ran with it. But it's like, I don't get it. It's so bad.
What she was saying was she was comparing Monty to her ex-boyfriend, but she doesn't like her ex-boyfriend. I think she called him like a douche or something like that. But they took it as she was calling Monty something derogatory. And no, she was just like, no, he reminds me of my ex-boyfriend. Side note, I can't stand my ex-boyfriend, but he still reminds me of her just because of him as a person, not because of the shit she's gone through with her ex-boyfriend.
Like she's not saying, I can't stand Monty.
Right.
You know,
can I just be random right now and say that they just need to throw Tiffany Pollard into the house and ask her opinion of Jasmine, so she can be like, I'm gonna let Jasmine know that she is a
fake ass bitch.
And those shoes she gave me, no.
They can't handle New York's mouth. They won't. They'll be crying and they'll be done.
Can you
take out the house? They're done.
Break her other ankle.
Josh having a whole field day about that ankle.
Okay. This ankle, can we talk about how, I don't know how she twisted her ankle, and for that reason she can't wipe her own ass.
Oh my god.
I had to wipe her ass.
Y'all, I saw you guys saying that in our group chat, and I like fully blacked out when I read that. Like I closed the chat and just like blacked out.
I'm still
Is that
confused
real
about that.
or was that like a joke?
No, it was. It was legit. It was real. It was talked about twice.
What
What
does
the
your
fuck?
foot being like fractured or whatever the hell it is have to do with your ass?
She is milking this for every little thing
Okay,
she can.
New Raven.
I am a big girl, okay? And like I can wipe my ass just fine, and my ankles have nothing to do with the process, okay? So I'm here to say for the big girls that what the fuck? Okay, that makes no
I'm
sense.
still confused. I don't get it.
Y'all, I get gout, okay? So I
So,
basically
like, literally,
she
took a shit and wiped her ass after a shit.
I mean, I don't know what she took, but it was
We
definitely.
thought
I
it was
mean,
a 1 or a 2.
You
it
notice
was.
how she said it would only be a sprained ankle for a few days? She's had that sprained ankle for like 4 days now, y'all.
And they're people are like I think it was like Pooch or Joseph was like she's talking about like it being bruised and this and that, and Joseph was like it actually looks a lot better, like a lot less swollen, not really bruised anymore, just red. She's like, really? I don't think so.
If she don't wash,
She doesn't wash her
hands when she comes out of the bathroom, I have a problem with that. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, I was watching the feeds. When did she win HOH? On Thursday, right? Thursday. Yeah, and like all day Friday. Did y'all notice like she kept having to like poop, and she kept saying like she had to like the nervous poop. I'm like, so
come with me. You need to wipe my ass.
I'm like, Jasmine's whole HOH, we're gonna just be like watching her take a shit. I'm like, the fuck? Like she kept having a shit every like 5 minutes, literally.
Funny side note though, the day that it was shown on the feeds that it was like noticing that she does not wash her hands just so happened to be the exact date 20 years ago when Danielle Reyes called that dude out for the 20-year anniversary.
Stop.
Thank you, Big Brother gods.
Wow.
Who was it? Who's the spokesperson? Who's
The Big Brother gods have given us a gift on this day.
Oh yeah,
This is
Dawn
why we
Madison.
love
Yeah,
the
she
show,
called her,
y'all.
her nervous boo boo. Yeah, she kept saying that during the HOH like 101s. I was like, oh my god.
I just love that our podcast is so like evolved and amazing right now that we're getting such good comments like I am a big dude and I have no problem wiping my hands. Like thank you, Big Brother, for creating such a amazing conversation here. I'm glad that someone is finally having this conversation.
You want to know the trick for being a big dude and wiping your ass? Wet wipes, honey. Those are the best. Thank you. All right.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Ken just made up about the shrimp and the rice.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Shrimp Kate.
Where is that?
Yeah.
I was like, this girl cannot win for shit.
She literally she said, hey Taylor, can you cook me some shrimp and rice? And then it cuts to later her like shit talking to someone saying, yeah, and she's trying to cook me dinner and shit now, like sucking up to me.
And then she said it was salty. I'm like, girl, you know damn well. I heard she was licking that damn plate. It wasn't that damn salty, bitch. It was salty. Girl, please.
Okay, I think everybody loves Taylor though. Like you mess with Taylor, you're instantly canceled. It's like, is there anyone in the house who's not canceled right now apart from Taylor? Like,
I hope Michael.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't feel like he's done anything amazing, but we don't like hate him.
He's not done anything in regards to it, and that's why we don't necessarily.
Wait, who?
Michael.
Done nothing.
I did like that. I did like that he had that diary room where he was like, "I'm glad Taylor's here because I would like to work with Taylor."
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Michael can like clock that this season is kind of bullshit.
Oh yeah,
he can.
Oh yeah, 100%. I agree, 100%.
But he like can't say anything about it because he's like, because I feel like if I was in the house in that situation, I'd be like, "Fuck, this season is whack as hell," and the audience probably hates it. Mm-hmm. But on the off chance that they don't, I don't want to fucking say something and then I look like the asshole.
I think, yeah, I agree 100%. I think that Michael is he's dealing with the cards that he's dealt with right now. And, you know, it's unfortunate. Like, he's on a shitty season, but I think he's doing pretty well for himself right now.
Indy can kind of clock it as well. The other day, she said on the feed, she said they had 6 months to come up with the cast, and this is what they came up with.
I mean, it's a really poor cast. Like, production was lazy this season. Maybe they were so amped up about this Challenge USA. They failed on casting this year.
Failed.
And after a really successful cast, like last season had a great cast. All 16 of them. I know we didn't like some of them. We have to have people you don't like. But that
like,
was so
even
bad.
even look at Frenchie.
Mm-hmm.
Did Frenchie do anything like as dastardly as some of the people are doing on this season?
No.
He was just like a dummy and made some ignorant comments.
and that's the thing. Last season, we didn't like the people because we just didn't like them. You know, it wasn't because of microaggressions or racism. It was just that we just didn't like them, and it was fun to not like Frenchie. Like, I had a
That's
fun.
why we like Big Brother.
Big D said some shit.
Big D did have her moments.
But like,
but I think Big D's moments weren't even as bad as the stuff that's already happening on part 2 of this season.
No.
I agree.
You know,
Big D's tolerable compared to this cast any day of the week. Like, there's really only like 3 or 4 people I really like, and that's Taylor, Michael, Indy, and Brittany. That's really it. And I'm like,
Brittany's giving me nothing.
And that's the final 4.
Exactly.
Michael
That's how you
watch.
know he can see through the bullshit.
But yeah, he's probably not using. Okay, well, spoiler alert: Michael has the veto, and he's most likely not using it. Dumb. Take Taylor off the block. I'm sorry.
I feel like he doesn't want to give away his hand.
But he's like doing
like that would be a messy move to take Taylor off the block right now. As much as I want that to happen, that he'd be like, that would be a huge target on him to be like,
but
you know,
target.
Good enough to. He could play it up to Jasmine like, I really want to save her. I think we need to put a male up. Which yesterday on the live feeds, there was a second there where they were like, let's take Taylor down and put Joseph up. That was going on late last night. They were up there in the HOH room, and actually Daniel was the one that recommended it, surprisingly. But like Daniel was in there. It was Jasmine, Indy, Amira, Alyssa, and then they were talking, and then Michael, and then they were talking about, let's pull Taylor off. What's this idea? Pull Taylor off, put 2 strong guys up like a Joseph, and vote Joseph out of the house because he's a bigger threat than Pooch. And then they were really like, they were really considering it. And Michael was like playing the, hey Jasmine, if you really want me to do it, I'll do it kind of thing. And he was sitting there like, I want to do it. Like, you can tell he wants to.
He wants to, but he's not going to do it without Jasmine's blessing.
But he's not on the bottom now. Michael's not on the bottom anymore. Michael's on the top right now. Michael's probably
in a good position. I'm sure they're going to target him next week though because of the veto.
He won back-to-back vetoes, and he was
almost won an HOH.
If one of the guys, one of the bros won like a Joseph, or if Pooch gets evicted, like a Joseph or like a Monty potentially could target him. But I think they want to go after Amira and Alyssa next week.
I really think Eddie is like nailing it on the head right now. If Michael already won 2 vetoes, he doesn't want a bigger target. Look what happened to Derek X and Christian last year. He cannot be emerging as a power player right now. And if he's already emerging as like the beast or the comp beast, then if he's also emerging as the strategic beast, like his head's on the chopping block.
So that's the thing with this cast. I don't even think that they see it that way because I have not heard one about, oh my God, Michael's already won 2 vetoes. They don't see that as that. They just see, Taylor cooked me dinner. He's got to go.
Yeah.
This cast does not know the game. They're not a smart cast.
You know what I think is happening with this cast? Something that we've talked about in this podcast is like, oh, I miss the drama. And now everyone's just so worried about like how they look on TV and people just are best friends and that's it. And I miss the reality TV of the show. And I feel like they took that and the production took that and ran with it. And they're like, let's find the most chaotic people we can. And let's try and get like a Janelle's original season, you know, like let's get people calling someone Busto for days and just like viciously bullying people and give, you know, the people what they want.
That's true though. I could see that, and I could see this turning out like a Big Brother 6. I could see sides.
There's definitely about to be some drama. Like this is week 2. You can tell with this cast, we're going to get a fight. Like no matter what.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know hands down we're going to get a few fights.
I think eventually
we have not had fights in a long time. I feel like.
I think Taylor could, once Taylor finds out what these people are saying about her, I could see Taylor going Janelle. Taylor reminds me of a Janelle. They're both Capricorns. They're very similar. They're
Miss Congeniality, though, I don't know. She's a truly nice person.
I think she's a really sweet person. I'm not saying what they are. They're racist comments like she's gonna pop off or she's gonna be aggressive.
You mean like she's gonna be nominated and targeted and then win veto, take herself off.
Yeah, take herself off. Like she's gonna be like a Janelle. She's gonna be.
I would love to see that.
Now the one bad side to the Taylor Janelle personality is they're not 100% aware of their surroundings. Taylor has no idea that people don't like her. Janelle for a while really didn't until they were like in her face too. Janelle's been backdoored twice on Big Brother. So like it's like they're really good at comps, but they're not as aware on the social and strategic end. But I think Taylor could get very far. She needs to survive this week, I feel like. And I feel like then it's going to become there's always a bigger target than Taylor. But
and she's gonna have to win her way into jury.
She's going, no questions asked, for real. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, this is an unpopular opinion, but Alyssa is probably in the best position of the entire.
I agree.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I could see Alyssa winning.
Yeah.
She's probably gonna go far, and she's a super fan, so I feel like she knows what she's doing a little bit.
I think the best thing that ever happened to Alyssa was Paloma getting evacuated.
Yeah.
100%. That's the first thing I thought of.
I have been on Team Alyssa from pregame. I saw her answers saying that she was a big fan and she wanted to be like a Janelle and she wanted to be all this. And the first week at first I was like, but you know, now I'm like, okay, now I'm seeing the Alyssa that I was excited for.
Who the fuck is Kyle?
It's the ex-Mormon.
He's like 29, wears glasses.
Oh, the guy that's like always trying to like have a really funny moment. Yeah.
He's not that bad though. He's tolerable, surprisingly. Of this class, he has not done anything problematic, which is a shocker.
I just problematic. Don't like him. I'm like, no, you're annoying.
Did you do something problematic?
Yeah, I took a video of it. He was talking to Daniel in the HOH saying like he's afraid Taylor's going to be aggressive and she's going to be pretty much angry black woman if she's on the block.
Oh,
shout out to on Twitter BB Faroa, but literally is keeping a notes app of receipts from the beginning of the season to the end of every single house guest for anything problematic they've ever done. And the only people that don't have anything on there is, I think, Brittany, and Alyssa has like half of one.
Wait, Michael has one?
The only thing, which I don't really see it as that, but it was something about the like within the first week in like up in the HOH room, like kind of like almost like laughing with them, saying something like Miss Congeniality. But like she was Miss Congeniality.
Yeah,
and I think he was pushed. I think he was pushed into like
he was trying to be with the cool kids.
Right.
Like what is he supposed to do in that situation? Like tank his whole game.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, if that's the only problematic thing he could say, I'll give him a pass on that
if
one.
making fun of someone for being a beauty queen, that's not problematic.
No.
I think when they're making fun of someone that is, or anything that has to do with race or culture or religion or anything about the person's background or demographic.
Or just like vicious bullying, like how Daniel is saying that he's being stalked.
Oh my
That's
God.
fucked up. I'm sorry.
It is.
Like
I'm sorry. Like that's the most like ridiculous thing I've heard on a reality TV show in a long time.
Daniel's
like,
absolutely the worst. I think he is right there with Aaron Grease and how awful he is. I mean, he's going to definitely get some backlash.
Yeah.
And then like they were all in the HOH room and they see on the camera that Taylor's coming up and him and Amira literally start running not in defense of Jasmine, but even Jasmine was like, y'all.
Yeah.
Like
That's
even
why I can't give Amira a pass. I mean, like she was my
No.
number one
No.
pick. I can't. She's
I
like,
can't.
Oh, we should talk about this tonight. Jelly donuts comment, Alex.
Oh, I see that.
We didn't talk about it last night. Yeah, we were
Sure
gonna
did.
talk about this on our last one with Steven. Steven, you know the story about this?
Sure do.
Fill us in, Steven.
Spill the
Apparently
tea.
there's rumor that he has like got a black girl pregnant in Florida and like ghosted her, wants nothing to do with her, like is just like, I'm gonna see if I can get the verbatim, but basically is that, and that's where a lot of this is probably coming from.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know if they're put like she's having the baby or not. I don't really know that part, but that is the big rumor. Like his family would like once was like, get away from her. You can't have anything to do with this.
wow.
Oh my God.
Mm.
He's a monster.
He's a monster. That's why he needs to go. That's why production's probably talking to these people in the diary rooms. So tell us how much you don't like Pooch. So tell us what your thoughts on production for Big Brother, y'all. So you want to get rid of Taylor? No, never mind. You want to get rid of Pooch?
God, what a fucking. Every time I'm like, oh yeah, Daniel's the worst person on the cast. Then like I learned some new information, and I'm like, oh no, it's someone else.
There's like 5 that are really bad, and I'm gonna count Paloma in this. Paloma was definitely the worst. Maybe Daniel's the worst. Paloma and Daniel.
I think Daniel is the worst.
I think Daniel's the worst.
Daniel's the worst. Then Paloma. Daniel. Then Pooch. Then Paloma.
I disagree. Monty is definitely worse. Monty's worse because Monty's worse because I'm gonna keep it real. Like he's black, and like you know what I'm saying. I would never go on a show and like disregard like a sister like that. I would never ever do that. Like he's number 1 or 2 to me. Like I hope he's so canceled after this. Like he doesn't get any gigs, anything. I hope his life is miserable. And I'm gonna help on Twitter. I'm probably gonna be like blocked from him, but I'll make another account. I want his life ruined.
I would like to state on our podcast that we do not condone sending anybody threats on the internet. So please don't send
no threats, just read.
I'm just showing him receipts. Receipts.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people on Twitter a lot of people in the black community are really going against Monty on
the cookout is like they're openly kicking. They're like a
lot of what I'm not like super keeping up with the feeds this season. A lot of what I'm getting is from our chat and honestly the cookout, because that's the only people I follow from the previous season. So I'm just seeing like their tweets on Twitter and I'm like, oh my fucking God.
Yeah, the cookout hates this cast.
It's so sad to go from this season, like the previous season, to watch so many people like do this amazing historical thing and then just watch it be torn down by like one guy.
You know, I'm so curious to even get your opinions. Like, what do you think this season would be like if Taylor wasn't there? If that microaggressions weren't there, like, what do y'all think?
I think it would have gotten pinned on maybe another black woman, honestly.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. I feel like that was the vibe here. I feel like Monty might have made a conscious decision to be like, I'm not going to go in and do the cookout. And that was his choice, and that's what he did. And I think it was really easy to pick Taylor because she's a beauty.
I think that's what makes him scared, and I think that's why he's doing it. And that's no excuse for him by any means. But I think he's like so anti-Taylor just to make sure they know there's no cookout going on, and that's so sad.
Exactly.
I learned a lot from when like Tiffany, Azza, and Chada did a video, and like Azza speaks about colorism a lot, which I wasn't so aware of. But
I'm not too aware of colorism, but
it's like very prevalent in our community. It's so sad. And you see it a lot on a lot of predominantly black reality shows like Housewives and Basketball Wives and all that stuff.
Yeah,
there's always this division between the light skin or mixed black women and then the dark skin 1 or 2. They're always ostracized because they feel like they're cuter because they're a lot of people want light skin. They think it's so much prettier than a dark skin complexion. So colorism is very prevalent in our community. And Monty, I can see Monty really like delving into colorism, subconsciously. I don't know if you know this or not, but I can see how he's that type of brother for real.
Yeah, because Amira and Jasmine are both mixed race, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they both are. So like Monty's going for Taylor, but like it's horrible.
How is Monty's relationship with Terrence?
Terrence is just as bad.
Are they like buddies? Do they talk?
I think Monty believes he can like run Terrence. I feel like he can control Terrence. That's his MO. Mm-hmm. But Terrence is just as bad. He doesn't get any passes either.
Yeah, he's awful. He's a chauvinist too. He's like, I want to work with the men, but they're like.
Well, I'm looking at the alliance map right now. The only thing that Terrence has is
I have it on my Twitter.
It's just working with
even
Rugrats.
I'll
pull it up.
Retweeted it on the Couch Potato.
I know who did. It's 89 Razor Skate.
No, I do the one that was from Reality TV Junkie. So it's like the really nice one with the pictures of their faces. So if you go on
that one's super helpful.
Yeah. So
Big Brother. Oh, I got you.
Yes,
yeah, Big Brother Junkie. Yeah, that's the.
Monty, or what's it called? Morty's updates. Do you ever look at them?
Oh, I've seen that one.
Which one?
I love them.
And I'll pull it up.
It's like Morty's Big Brother. They have like a map of the alliances too with their faces and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what that's it. He's on it. I'm pulling.
Yeah, we'll share the screen once Steven gets it pulled up because this one's really good.
You guys got the yeah.
Here we go.
Oops.
So here are your alliances right now. Okay, you got the Bleep Paloma's posse. I thought that said Paloma's pork for some reason. Bleep alliance with Alyssa, Amira, Nicole, Monty, Kyle, and Michael. That's probably one of the biggest alliances on here. I'd say that is like that right now is the strongest alliance in the house right now is the 6 of them. But you also have like the girls with like Michael and Daniel that was formed last night with Nicole. Like that one, I think that could be a majority alliance as well.
Formed last night. Which one? Yeah. Which one is that?
The majority side.
Oh, okay.
That one, there's like 8 of them. So I think that's a one to look out for. You have the Oasis, which is the boys alliance, which is going to be split up this week. Oasis was never a serious alliance. It hasn't even been mentioned on the show yet, which makes me believe that production
there's no faith in that alliance at all.
Production hasn't shown it on the show yet.
Yeah.
So, which
I really hope they don't. I hope the Oasis gets no TV time. God, imagine if the final 2 was actually fucking Pooch and Turner.
Oh.
I don't think
what a nightmare.
I do kind of want to see Turner without Pooch, though. I think Turner will play a different game. I think it's going to be like a McCrae from season 15. I think that's
his typecast That's the typecast that they got.
I think we'll get a better side of Turner once Pooch is out of the house. But I mean, and Turner's been bad. He hasn't been like the worst, but he's been bad.
Pre-season, they thought he would be the worst, like he was the most problematic, and then we had no idea what we were in for.
Turner's done literally nothing.
Nothing. Not even taking a shower. Nothing.
Today he was in the pool, picking his boogers, flicking them in the pool.
And then you have Joseph, who doesn't know what game he's playing. I think Joseph's just there to flex his muscles.
Joseph in the diary room's like, yeah, like, look at these muscles. And what are you going to do about these guys right here, huh? What are you going to do about this, huh? And then I'm like, are you even talking about the game?
If only Marvin didn't do 7 different reality shows at the same time.
I know.
Do you think Marvin would have been against Taylor as well?
No.
I don't know. I think like watching his interviews and stuff, I feel like he would have gotten looped in, unfortunately, but I don't think he would have like actually been mean to her.
I feel like he wouldn't have been. He's also like Nigerian, isn't he? He's from like Nigeria, which also
he seemed really gullible though.
Yeah,
he didn't really know the game, so I feel like he would just be like a follower.
Mob mentality.
I've heard the Nigerian version of Big Brother is really popular too.
It's huge.
Oh, really?
It is huge.
It's one of the biggest ones in the world. It could probably battle when UK was at its biggest. It's a really big deal.
I think Brazil might actually be the biggest. And I think that's what Indy
about every day.
Yeah. Dude, okay, can we talk about Indy? And she was so pissed at Joseph that she said multiple times, she said, I'm gonna spit in his food. I'm gonna spit in his food.
Do it, girl.
And then tried to do some I don't know, I guess some witchcraft, some voodoo magic, and took a bunch of oils, put them together, and started whispering to the oils. So I'm like, girl,
Indy?
Yes.
Go off, queen.
I knew I fucked with her.
Okay.
She's my favorite. She's my winner pick right there. She just
I'm pissed at it.
That shit, baby.
I do like Indy.
Indy doesn't take no shit. I like that. She don't take nobody's shit.
Honestly, I you know who I do kind of like? I don't mind Nicole. I don't mind her. I don't mind her.
She shut Monty down the other day, so I will give her that.
I don't mind Nicole. It's kind of like
fundamentally we don't like Nicole because she's a cop.
Yeah, well, Nicole, I'm trying to look.
She also she let that out to Daniel today.
The girls for the most part, except for like Jasmine, I like the girls aren't like Alyssa.
No, Amira's like way too on Daniel's side with this Taylor thing.
Yeah.
See, Josh, that's what I'm scared of, Josh. Damn it. God damn it. I'm scared of people like you giving these goddamn people a passes as the weeks go by. We are not going to forget. We're not going to forget this week 1 and how they terrorized this poor, beautiful girl.
Exactly.
No, you're right.
It happened and she did it.
Yeah,
you're right.
I feel like week 8, everybody's gonna be like standing Jasmine or somebody, and we're gonna be like, no,
hell no,
hell no,
hell no.
Alex, where's your Jasmine impression?
I was praying to the Lord, and the Lord told me that, you know what, Taylor is the devil. Taylor is the one that needs to be taken out of this house. Because I was praying to the Lord, and you know what I said? I got pie all up in my poochie. Okay, I got pie all up in my punani. All right, and you know what? I'm gonna just put her on the block because you know what? I don't like her and I want her out.
What's your ankle?
That's it. That's it. I do want to say, me and Steven were in our group chat today, and we were like, "Y'all, this Southern accent is so much more immense in the diary room than it is when she's like laying in her bed, like talking." I'm like.
I don't know if production is like, hey, we really want you to go off on this, because whenever it comes to the Southerners, they do that. They did it with Frenchie. They did it with Beast Mode Cowboy. Like it's the same with a big old turkey leg. Like it's just
10 minutes ago I was out at the medic, and now I'm here at the BB pie eating contest. And I said, thank you, Lord, grant me a win. Well, I was praying on my knees to the Lord. I said, Lord, give me a win. And he delivered.
Oh my God.
But she's such I don't know who she's mixed. She is definitely part Raven BB19, because the girl is a liar and doesn't even know she's doing it. She said when she was talking about her I can't think this is true. Maybe I should fact check it first, but she definitely did say that about her nail press-on company that she owns, that Beyonce was a client of hers and gave her a shout out. Beyonce.
She's like a
we have receipts of everything Beyonce has done.
Madison, okay.
Did they pull up any receipts of the Beyonce giving her any?
Zero.
Where are the receipts? Show.
Then it didn't happen.
Receipts.
Then it didn't happen.
Yeah, no.
Nope. Wishful thinking. Sorry, boo. And she probably has no idea. Like I feel like her business is just like gonna tank after this too. And I don't know. I mean, you show ugly behavior, then you're gonna, reap the consequences. You're gonna.
Natalie, I do want to say we do see your comment. We did talk about that earlier in the podcast. So if you want to hear us talk about that and what that situation was, it's earlier in the episode. Natalie.
I saw this one tweet today. This Jasmine reminds me of Honey Boo Boo.
Oh, period. Yeah. Mhm.
That's exactly.
No, she's like Mystique Summers Madison swallowed Honey Boo. Okay.
Who?
Mystique Summers Madison, season 2 of Drag Race.
Oh, I
Oh my
remember. Her.
God.
Or what's the one from season 3? No. Who's the one from season 3 who did the Monique? Who did Monique? Henny.
Matthews.
Henny.
Stacey Lane Matthews.
She's like Stacey Lane Matthews swallowed Honey
Oh
Boo.
yeah, I know. Okay.
Mystique Summers is bitch. I am from Chicago.
Bitch, I am from Chicago. I love it. Taylor's.
Yeah, I agree with Krispy Kreme. Is this gonna be like? I mean, honestly, Taylor. Hopefully, she makes it past jury, but let's get real. It's not looking too good.
No,
but would this be our first like American favorite player like pre-juror?
Pre-juror, yes.
Yeah.
Like at this point, I don't see anyone being able to redeem themselves that much or do anything to where anyone but Taylor would win AFP.
Taylor or Michael?
I think we're getting Taylor as the 4th boo. That's what I'm gonna guess. 4th or 5th.
Yeah.
I'd say 4th. I'd say always like a decently good player always goes out 4th. So we're gonna say she wins I'm gonna say she wins HOH next week, gets out Monty, or gets out another guy. I think Pooch is gonna go this week. I think Taylor's gonna win HOH, take out a guy, and then the next week they're gonna backdoor her.
I'm praying Monty and Daniel are juror boots because like I really want them to see this shit online. So more than anybody. Jasmine, I'm like, she can wait, but I want Monty and Daniel to see this shit so bad.
I want them to have to sit in it. I want them to have to fucking sit in their mess.
Finale reaction. Everybody loves the finale reaction. Like Jackson in season 21. That is priceless. Jackson's reaction, and then he won, and his face when he won in season 21. Priceless.
I was so surprised they actually did that in season 21, I would be surprised if they do that, especially after Julie in her interviews basically saying like, I don't think they are microaggressions. You don't know what it's like inside the house. Like, get real.
I think it's time for Julie to go.
She's out of touch. I mean,
her time is up.
Really out of touch.
It's time for somebody new.
It's time for somebody new. I agree.
Like to say that's not microaggressions. That is a huge reach.
I think Alyssa should come and host the U.S. one as well.
Get her a visa. Bring her on over. Alyssa is a great host.
Yeah, she is.
Bring her on because I can't deal with. I think I'm like over Julie Chen now. She doesn't watch the show. She doesn't care about it. It's just like whatever.
And she's coming off like a Republican. Like everybody,
I know.
Everybody, like, I'm sorry, not everybody is Christian or religious and want to hear, you spill out about the Bible and Christianity. No offense if anybody is, but like, like no one wants to hear that.
Like if you're religious, be religious, but like don't push a certain religion onto like CBS. Like what?
Did you like find Jesus after the whole thing with her husband? Is that what happened?
Absolutely.
After her husband got canceled, she's like, I'm gonna go and be a born again Christian now. She
needs something to, I don't know, make herself feel better about herself. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, that's very.
Somebody on Twitter was like, I like Julie Chen. I don't like Julie Chen Moonves.
The moment Moonves it was done.
Yeah, that was Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, like Julie Chen is great. Julie Chen Moonves not so good. Well, when did Julie Chen Moonves come out? Was that season 21?
It was the moment the exact episode she did it was when Brett on BB20 was evicted. She said from outside the Big Brother house.
Was going through the bullshit, and she wanted to show like solidarity with her husband.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then she told Claire she was a child of God last season. Oh, Claire.
And what's her podcast called?
God 101.
Oh my god.
Julie Chen. Oh my god. What happened to Julie Chen when she was on the talk? That was fun. I like that, Julie Chen.
Yeah. For real.
God.
Y'all think I don't know. I feel like her whole vibe this year is just like she's checked out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I've also seen she is so different once there like was no longer a live studio audience. That is one key thing that I think has really been missing from the last 3 seasons.
Oh yeah.
And
we'll get it back next year. I think
they could have it. They could have it.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have it for the finale
If
for
the
sure.
fucking Bachelor and Bachelorette can have live
All of
studio
these things.
audiences,
Mhm.
all these shows
Well,
can do it.
Make
They're-
sure everyone's tested and vaxxed, and let them go there. Like
They
I
were supposed to have it, but then it was like a last minute
I am
deciding thing.
pissed for
You know what? I'm
somebody.
sure it's a lot cheaper for them to not have it. So they're like, you know what? The show's fine without it. So here we go.
And I
I'm-
especially think that they
And clearly,
like,
it's not fine with them.
No, we all
But
miss it.
she's saying, you know, oh, it might happen later on in the season, but after this week 1, they know they are going to have people in there booing. So
Booing.
I
Oh
think
yeah,
they're
no,
like,
exactly, Jelly Donut. The whole cast would get booed.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Do y'all see this cast have like hanging out with alumni? Just like because BB21 they hang out with alumni.
No way.
No.
I see Taylor and Michael hanging out with alumni.
Yeah, Taylor,
Yeah.
Michael, and maybe Brittany.
Chada straight up said, she said, I don't know who they're hanging out with after this, but it's not going to be us.
No way. No.
Imagine like Daniel trying to like hang out with Tiffany.
No, Tiffany was the one who
What's up with him?
Tiffany retweeted the video that we watched. She said, I would like to have a one-on-one conversation with Michael or Daniel.
Yeah. I can see Kyle hanging out with them. I can see Kyle. I can see Amira like weaseling her way in there.
I could see Amira weaseling in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Alyssa, I think Alyssa, Kyle. I don't think Jasmine. I don't think Monty. I don't think
No.
Terrence.
They're going to hit up the BB21 cast.
Right.
They'll be hanging out with Tommy and Christy and Holly, Beth, and
Ugh.
Amy Weiss.
Ugh, gross.
For real.
I don't know.
Okay,
Maybe even
y'all.
Raven will come out the
They're not the
woodwork.
cool ones like Jessica and Kemi, because Jessica and Kemi get to hang out with the actual alumni.
Right.
We are at about that time that Alex is getting sleepy and has to go to work in the morning. So we are going to plug ourselves now.
Love that.
So if you are not following the channel, please make sure you are subscribed to the Couch Potato Queens here on YouTube. You can find us on Instagram at Couch Potato Queens, and you can find us on Twitter at Couch Potato Queens, spelled QWNZ. Josh is live tweeting all the time when Big Brother is on, when he's watching the feeds, all of that. So make sure that you are doing that. And I am covering the Bachelorette season this year tomorrow night, right after the episode. We're doing that every week. Me and Ken, Couch Potato Queens, doing that. So you can see us there. If you would like to follow us individually, do we have everybody's for that?
Yep, everyone's is up there.
Great. If you'd like to follow us individually, this is where you can find us.
That's me. Follow me. I'm single. I like to have fun. Let me stop.
Oh, you can follow me. But I don't ever use this Twitter. I'm only using Couch Potato Queens. I should just change my Twitter to the Couch Potato Queens one. But Mendels8 is my Instagram. Again, I'm always on Twitter on the Couch Potato Queens one, y'all. So I'll be tweeting over there.
Wait, can I give a shout out to this is I'm sorry. Is Jess in here? Jess? I love Jess for Jess. Like she posted this picture on Twitter. You are bad. I mean, I'm gay, but you are bad.
Oh, we love Jess. Yeah, Jess is one of our moderators. Jess, you are a baddie.
We love
you.
Jess.
Are a baddie.
She is stunned.
For real. I looked up Twitter. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, Georgina. And you can find me at alexknowsitall.jpg or alexknowsitall_ on Twitter. Y'all, it has been amazing. It has been fabulous. I don't know when I'll be back, but I will be popping in as much as I can. It has been so much fun talking to you guys about this.
Give us a Jasmine. Give us a Jasmine outro.
And a like. Everyone give us a like. Like us.
Yeah. All right, everybody. I'm going to pray to the Lord that you're going to hit that like button. You're going to subscribe to the Couch Potato Queens because you know what? I got pot all up in my punani, and you know what? I'm just here to Taylor at the house. So you know what? Bye-bye, everybody. See you next